Professor Osime'S story is one that attracts a mixed grade of emotions. For a man who had it so rough early in life, no one would expect his present level of human capital development. Uncanny applications of wisdom saw him through a myriad of obstacles. It was indeed a feat that Osime'S did not only complete his medical training, but did so beyond the average standard.
So what grade did you come out with?
No, medicine, we call it, medicine is all classified, MBBS.
Okay.
It's all classified. Everybody gets MBBS.
Okay.
Not classified.
Okay.
Yes.
So how did it go after your graduation?
After MBBS?
Yes.
Okay, yes. After MBBS, I served in Sokoto State. You know, God again has been there for me. When I served in Sokoto State, I was sent to one village called Zurumi. Zurumi is about over 3 hours from Sokoto town. If I want the driver get to pick up from the camp, I say, how far is Zurumi from here? We are going to. He said about 3 hours. I thought I was joking, honestly. I never knew Sokoto was that big. After we drove for like 30 minutes, I got walk close. The man laughs. We have not started at all. You know, anyway, that's how we went. We got there, village, no light, nothing. How will I stay in this place? So I came to Sokoto after the first signing, about 5 days. I came to Sokoto town, stayed with a friend, Ezekiel, who served down, stayed back in Sokoto. I stayed with him. I said, I need to change back to Sokoto town. That place is just not it. No light, nothing. We tried and tried, we didn't succeed. But while I was going to Sokoto State, a matron then, they gave me a letter to give to our relative at the university. But because this is my challenge, I couldn't now deliver the letter. So when I came back for Christmas, I went to meet her. I said, but I'm very sorry. Forgive me. I couldn't deliver your letter to your person. This is my challenge. And I said, where were you posted to? I said, I was sent to Zurumi. I didn't pronounce it well. She thought I meant Zuru. He said, how dare you call my town, small village? He said, I'm from Zuru. And I said, well, this is Zuru. And she now pronounced it well. She said, Zurumi. I said, okay. Right there, you clicked. The one lady, Justina, I think Ango Abdullahi, is from that Zuru. He just clicked. Was, of course, a very powerful woman in the camp. I said, there's one woman in our camp, very powerful. She's in charge of posting. Justina Ango Abdullahi. I said, that's my little sister. I said, can you give me a note to her? I need to change from Zurumi to Sokoto town. He said, you just scribble a small note. Right there. Nursing station, UBT, he gave me. What I struggled to change for like 2 weeks in Sokoto before I came to home. I told my friend, go for Christmas. When I come back, I will continue this struggle. Give me a note. I went back, saw the madam in the afternoon. Already, you know my sister. I greeted her. You know, it's okay, where do you want to serve? Meanwhile, that Ezekiel has a friend, Alajibuka Bill, who was then the controller of prisons. We had met him when we were looking for a place. He said, if they post it to me, I will accept you. But I'm not going to beg NYSC. I'll be begging them to give me a doctor for a year. They don't give me. But they say to me, I will take you, give you accommodation, money, the value, give you your salary, pay your call duty and all that. So we had a place in mind. You see the way it was arranged. But the man said, I'm not going to beg again. I'll be begging them for a doctor. They don't give me a doctor. So when I met Justina Abdullahi, Ango Abdullahi, so he asked me, do you have a place in mind? I said, yes, ma'am. The prisons. It's okay. So they sent for the person who is in charge of the booklet. See, the man had gone, almost close the period, around 3, I can remember. So, sorry, we'll come tomorrow morning. The person had gone. So I came back in the morning, and they just filled the form. It was like a dream. So I went to meet the controller of prison. He was so excited. He said, they posted you, how did you do it? And I've been begging them for a doctor. I said, well. So that's how I served in Sokoto prisons. So while I was there, I had an uncle. He's late now. He's so rest in peace. He's a surgeon, great surgeon, Professor Osime'S, Osime'S. So we're actually first cousins. Because of the age gap, we call him uncle. So I wrote to him. They wrote a letter writing that I wanted to become a surgeon. The man used to operate with so much skill, dexterity. So everybody envied, liked him. So I wrote to him. And he replied, incidentally, was the head of the department. He said, if you want to be a surgeon, it's all yours. I'm the head of the department. So after service, I came and I met him. And I just started. In fact, I was doing interview, really. I came in as temporary appointment pending when interview will be organized because it was a HOD, and I started residency training.
In University of Benin here?
The teaching hospital. We do a residency, postgraduate in teaching hospital.
Okay.
So the teaching hospital, I started, some months later, interview was done, and appointment was now regularized. That's how I became a resident surgeon.
Okay.
That was in, that's 94 now. Of course, you do 3 main exams. We call it primaries, part 1 and part 2. After part 2, you become a fellow. So I finished my part 2 in 1999, National College, and I became a fellow of the college. All right? So while I was doing that, I had interest to read masters, where I would do my residency. And people didn't know I was doing masters. I just had interest, and I went to enroll for masters in immunology. Residency is tough. When some few persons got to discover I was doing masters,
in addition to residency?
Oh yes, so residency is a tough program. Many people asked to withdraw. So they thought I was taking a risk. Many people will be asked to withdraw. Up to today, there's a time frame. I think about 6 years or so. If within that period you cannot finish, you have to leave. It's like you're moving. You don't stop. It's a training program. Timed. So I did my masters. Again, the masters program, I was the best student. So now I did my masters, and I also became a fellow. Later on, by election, I became a fellow of the West Africa College of Surgeons.
People of the